Hello and welcome to a sun-drenched Rota in southern Spain for another exhilarating stop on the road to Arlberg Tour. This is the RTA1000 Reballution Cup, and over the next few days we will see Europe's very best battle it out for supremacy and, of course, vital ranking points on the path to December's European Championships in Arlberg. I'm Nick Hobbis, and joining me for this special live preview are some elite guests. Let's meet them. A double medalist in Paris and a proven podium threat across Europe. Singles or doubles, she always delivers. Let's welcome the dynamic Marta Zając. Marta, it's nice to see you.
Hi, thank you for having me here.
It's great to have you here, Marta, especially on the back of Paris, where you were so successful.
Thank you. Yeah, it's great. I'm excited to be here, excited to share some of my knowledge and insights. So
we look forward to listening to that, that's for sure. Next, from Spain, climbing the year-to-date rankings with relentless consistency and flair. A dual medalist too from Paris and a genuine Arlberg medal contender. We say hello to the unreal talent that is Ignasi de Rueda. Ignasi, how are you?
Thank you. I'm great. Thanks for having me here. Appreciate it a lot.
Great to have you, Ignasi. You're in fine form at the minute on court. So we look forward to your insight this evening. Next up.
I'm very glad to be able to chat with you guys.
Awesome. Next up, she's the reigning 2024 RTA Arlberg Women's Double Champion, known for her passion, power, and precision on the court. Welcome to the show as she sorts her camera out, Sabrina Méndez. Are you there, Sabrina? She's there, she's not there. Blink and you'll miss her. That's how sharp she is around the court too. Sabrina is not quite with us yet, but we'll continue anyway, because allow me to introduce the main man, the founder of the RTA Tour, the man who masterminds all of European pickleball in one place, in one ending, that is Arlberg. It is Magnus Stedile-Foradori. Magnus, good evening to you.
Hi, good evening. Enjoy the show today and wish you all a great tournament in Rota.
It's great to have you with us, Magnus. I know you're doing some technical stuff behind the scenes as well as being on camera with us too. Right, let's dive straight into the singles. That kicks off on June the 6th. But before we discuss the draw and the entries, let's take a look at the year-to-date ranking standings for men's singles, which should pop up on your screen now. There we can see James Chowdhury currently top of the ranking table, followed by Bako, Balint, and Ignasi. You're in third place. Ignasi, we've just lost Ignasi for the time being, but Ignasi there in third place after some great results in Paris. We've got Stefan Grubmuller, friend of the show, down in number 4 as well, and Bartosz in number 5. And any of those top 5 players with a win this weekend in Rota can get to the top. So real tight on the rankings. But moving on from the rankings, the men's draw for Rota is absolutely stacked. We're seeing a return of titans like the UK's Chowdhury, Hungary's Balint, and of course, our very own guest today, Ignasi de Rueda. So Ignasi, bronze in Paris most recently. You're climbing the year-to-date rankings fast. how are you approaching this tournament in both mindset and tactics? Ignasi, stay with us, my friend. We want to hear from you. No? Let's cut to Sue. Is he back? Sabrina's gone as well. Marta, it's all on you, it seems.
Well, I'll try to handle it.
Marta, if you're scouting a player like Balint or Chowdhury, are there any patterns of weaknesses that you'd be looking to exploit in the singles game there?
Well, luckily, it will never be my problem playing against these two singles. But, well, keeping in mind that they both come to pickleball with a strong tennis background, it's safe to say that their baseline game is definitely their strong suit. Also, covering the back of the court is on point. I think I would rather get to the net as quickly as possible, which can be tough due to the strong serves of these two, and to limit playing from the back and maybe seek my chances in some cat and mouse rallies at the net. Trying to beat them with their own game could be tricky, so I'll keep it as simple as it is and play smart and don't go for force only, but hey, easy to say, right?
And Marta, how much do you keep an eye on the men's singles? Obviously, they tend to happen at the same time as the women's singles is taking place. Are the men's singles game something that you look at? Because there tends to be an alternative strategy in the men's singles, like you allude to, where players are looking to get to the kitchen line a little bit earlier rather than the format of baseline rallies in the women's singles game. Is that something that you keep an eye on?
Definitely. Looking at boys games, it's always teaching some strategy. Of course, it's different to utilize it against girls, but definitely the way they cover the court, it is really inspiring. Let me tell you that. Amazing, often. And yeah, I really enjoy watching men's singles, doubles also.
Yeah, no, great. And Magnus, just give us a brief overview what conditions will be like for players. We've had previous tournaments in Germany, Sweden, and in Paris, in France, all indoors. This is now an outdoor tournament in the south of Spain there. How's that going to be different for players, Magnus, and what are the challenges there? He's back. Ignasi, you're back. Great. Talk to us about conditions and what the differences are between playing indoors and outdoors.
Well, I truly think the fact that there is wind, it really changes a little bit the way of playing, especially for those players who are mainly.
Yeah, we've lost you again, Ignasi, unfortunately, and Sabrina's popping in and out as well. So Magnus, you are definitely going to have to answer that question for us. Just those conditions, possibly wind conditions, sunlight. Talk to us about the challenges for players there.
Well, yeah, it's tough for me to answer it in details, right? Of course, it's windy conditions outside. That's what you hear a lot. So you have to adopt your game. It's a different game. Sabrina, you're back, so maybe you can answer that better than me. How are the conditions in Rota? I think we do have a little bad line down to Spain, so we tried to do our best to fix the technical issues here. Nick, back to you.
Yeah, our Spanish friends are struggling, so we're going to stay with you, Marta, because that men's draw is stacked, that's for sure, with James Chowdhury, last year's winner, looking to cement his position at the top of the rankings. Bako Balint from Hungary, who defeated James in Paris, of course, in our RTA 500 event previously. And Ignasi we're trying to get a word from in at number 3 as well. That's a real competitive men's draw. Have you got any predictions who might come out on top in there?
Well, from my personal experience, I would say Bartosz Karbownik is really hungry for some wins in this season. So I would be very happy to see him succeed. But of course, we have so many players with a great duper. For example, William Sobek. So I think the obvious choice is going for those players, but I'll be very glad to see someone maybe from Spain as Ignasi.
Yeah, 100%. And do you think there's a benefit to those players who've had the opportunity to train outside in preparation for this event, Marta?
Definitely.
I mean, back here in
Definitely.
the UK.
Yeah, I think we're much more likely to feel the weather conditions as tough, especially, for example, not being able, for some of the players, not being able to train outside could be a struggle, playing first time, battling the sun, battling the wind. We have such conditions in Poland, so the only thing I will certainly have to struggle a lot with is temperature. And I think this will be a case for many of us. So I think this is the most important. Yeah.
Yeah, no, thanks for that, Marta. Sabrina, are you with us? Can you hear us? We can see you, Sabrina. Are you able to talk to us? Not quite yet. Right. Magnus, let's take a look at the women's singles rankings while we try and fix those technical issues with our guests, because it's highly competitive there as well, with Clara Lentorp at the top of the tree. Thadia Locke, who was gold medalist in Paris last time out, she comes in at number 2. And then Marta, you're in at number 3 for the year-to-date rankings. You must be overjoyed with that.
Definitely, I am.
Yeah,
Definitely.
congratulations.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You've put in some stellar performances already, Marta. So congratulations to you on that. We've got Carolina in at number 4, Isarak. Caroline Nothnagel comes in at 5. Molly Naggs, the reigning English Open champion, down in 6. Clara's sister Alma in at 7. Claudia, Maria, and Pay in at 10. So the top 10 women there, Marta, it's highly competitive.
Definitely. It's a great competition, and I am really, really proud that I can be among such a strong playing girls.
Ignasi, you're on screen. Have you got us, Ignasi? Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me, guys?
We can hear you. We're just
Yes.
going to have
Okay,
a
great.
word. We're
Let's
just
go.
going to have a
We made
word
it.
with the Spanish government to improve their Wi-Fi signal. If
Yes,
that's okay.
please.
Yeah. Ignasi, we were just talking about the men's singles before we jumped on to the women's, and we saw that you're ranked 3rd on the rankings list. You got bronze in Paris most recently. You must be really looking forward to the singles on Friday in 2 days' time.
Yeah, I think my game is adapting very well to the singles modality. I think, especially at the beginning of the year, it was a little bit easier for me because I had no pressure. Now it comes to a point where probably I'm no longer an underdog, so I have to try to deal with this condition of being one of the top seeds. So I have to try to use this in advantage, and this needs to be a little bit more with my strong mentality that I have to keep improving.
And Ignasi, just give us an indication about your strategy, because we've just spoke about the conditions changing from an indoor environment to an outdoor environment. Will that mean you're looking to hit the ball a little bit harder? Will that mean you're looking to drive more from the back of the court, get to the kitchen line earlier? How does that change your mindset going into the tournament?
Yeah, probably. I think we'll have to mix it up a little bit more. Indoor pickleball singles, probably the third shot, it just comes to a point where you just have to hit it, and there's no room for third drop in the kitchen. And with the wind, it's probably, especially against the wind, if it's a little bit too strong, probably have to adapt the third shot drop to to get to the kitchen a little bit earlier and play the cat and mouse drill a little bit.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's great. Sabrina, we just looked at the women's rankings. We're moving on to the draw now, and there's some electric matchups that await here. Reigning English Open champ Molly Naggs leads the charge, playing in a singles competition for the first time in what seems like ages. Joined by the RTA Paris runner Carolina Ausrek, not to mention yourself, Sabrina. Are you looking forward to getting underway this weekend?
Well, hello. Can you ask me again, please? Because I didn't hear the beginning of the question.
Are you looking forward to play this weekend, Sabrina, in the singles?
Well, I'm playing this tournament in Rota, but I will play in the teams event, also doubles and mix. But I have a bad news. I'm not going to play singles because my body is not 100%, and I don't want to push myself in that way. I'm sad because I think that I can be able to play hard in singles. I was practicing, but right now I'm not playing this weekend on singles. I decided last week.
Okay, so you heard it here, folks. Sabrina Méndez will not be playing singles this weekend in an attempt to maintain her fitness and health on the comeback from potential injury. But Marta, you are, and you've been incredibly consistent, bronze in Paris and Sweden. What separates the great from the elite at this stage of the season? And how is your game developing in this format of pickleball?
Yeah, I think the aforementioned consistency is what actually separates the great from the elite. Because at some level, our skills are so closely matched that sometimes small variables like daily form makes a difference. And some other times it comes down to bigger factors like physical preparation or mentality. So I believe what separates the elite from the great is that you no longer rely on luck. Once you step on a court, you are fully confident in your skills and abilities, which allows you to make full use of them. Yeah, and this is what I'm actually also maybe a little bit struggling now, because coming from tennis, I had to cut off my tennis habits, learn to play more with an open stance. Also, tennis volley is not the best option all the time. I had to learn that the hard way. But yeah, still trying to develop as a pickleball player rather than someone who transferred from tennis. So yeah, this is the goal for this season, to be honest.
No, it's nice to hear that you're practicing in that format. And Ignasi, from your experience training with top female players, who do you think brings the mental edge in a pressure-packed event like this?
Help the player to get some tactical aspects, extract them from the match and help them out during the match. But from my experience, not only as a pickleball player, also as a tennis player, the only way to actually develop your skills and understand the match tactics, it's the player itself. It's the best way for those players to actually learn how to be consistent in matches and how to get to these uncomfortable situations that you have to be facing during the season.
Got you. And Sabrina, there are 1,000 ranking points to be won in the men's and women's singles this weekend. Who's your top tip to follow? Who could win the gold medal in men's singles and women's singles? You're on mute there, Sabrina. Yeah, we can't hear you. So, Magnus, we're going to come to you.
Sorry,
Magnus.
sorry.
She's back.
Here we go.
Sabrina,
It
you're
was
back.
my fault. Well, because I'm not playing, I can say that maybe my favorite in woman singles is Catherine Stewart, a player from United States.
Okay, and who's going to be your men's winner this weekend in singles?
Well, it's hard to say because there are a lot of guys from Spain, and well, I will bet for, I don't know, I can say more than one name.
Yes, please do.
Well, I will say 4 names: James
Okay.
Chaudhry, Pep Candebel, Ignasi, and Marcelo Jardín.
Okay. You're making sure that everybody likes you after this, aren't you, Sabrina?
It's hard. There are a lot of good players.
You're right. Well, let's cross over briefly, Magnus. I'll come to you shortly. But Ignasi, who are you going to beat in the final?
First, I have to get to the finals, actually. but but I would love to play the final against Pep. Of course, it's a great friend that we knew each other from very long time. We shared court together. We shared court against him and with him so many times. So I think I would probably pick him to get a great final and try to just like battle how we did in the semifinals in Kerpen. And I think we did like a great match. And we enjoy it a lot. So hopefully we can get that dream final. But of course, there's a lot of good players. There's a long ride to go. So we're just really looking forward to make our best in that tournament that is like completely full of amazing players, not only from Europe, but also from the US.
Yeah, an all Spanish final sounds like a great showpiece event. And Marta, if I can come to you, who is the biggest challenger to your crown on Friday?
Well, I would say that it's gonna be a really tough tournament. Having players like Dominika Turkovic coming to Rota. So she would be obviously my pick for the champion. If it's not gonna be me.
Well, we'll be supporting you, Marta, that's for sure.
Thank you. No, but staying humble and realistic. I would love to see. I was going to say Sabrina, but as she's not playing, I am really keeping my fingers crossed for Molly. She's coming back after some break. She played singles in English nationals, so I'm happy to see her again on singles in RTA Tour, and I think she's gonna do really well this time.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to watching Molly Nags in action as well. Magnus, anybody take the eye for you?
Well, big names have been mentioned, and I couldn't agree more with what has been said. It's just the level is continually getting better and better and higher, and we have American players coming in, so it's really tough to choose a name. So I kind of on the side of Sabrina wanting to choose like 10 names, and it's going to be super exciting to watch. I can just tell you guys from home as well, just watch the live stream, at least in the finals. It will be a great show, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely. Right, let's move on because June the 7th is shaping up to be an absolute blockbuster. Super Saturday in Rota. Gender doubles will take centre stage. Let's start with the women and take a quick view at the year-to-date ranking points for our women's doubles. And as you can see, Karolina Haustarek is in at number 1. Thadia Locke, triple gold medalist from Paris at number 2, Caroline Nathnagle in at 3. We've got the Swedish sisters in at 5 and 6. Then Marta, you come in at 7 again. So we cannot keep you out of the top 10. Marta, you must be absolutely thrilled once more, not only to be in the singles list, but also the doubles list as well, top 10.
Definitely. It came as a surprise, but a very positive one, of course. After teaming up with Molly for Paris, where we performed very well, taking up the 2nd place. It guaranteed me a couple of places more, definitely. So I'm really happy to be there too. Yeah.
Fantastic. On to the action this Saturday then, with one of the highlights being you, Sabrina. You're teaming up with Costantino, Paris gold medalist returning from injury to seal gold there with Locke in the RTA Paris event not so long back. What's the chemistry like with Costantino as she continues to come back from injury? Have you managed to get a hit together yet with Maria, Sabrina?
Well, it's very special to be able to play again with Maria in the upcoming tournament. As you know, she has been recovering from a serious injury, a very tough one. And well, since from the beginning, we had really good chemistry. We had a lot of trust in each other. We support one another through we have bad times, and I think that we are also friends of the court. So we have fun together, and we are eager to play, is what I can say.
Fantastic. No, it sounds great, and you're definitely a partnership to watch this weekend. Marta, you're with Adela Umanova. A fresh combination, is that? And what are you most excited about playing with Adela? And how are you planning to surprise the field, maybe?
So yeah, this is a fresh combination. We didn't get the chance to meet yet. We'll do this in Rota. So, well, first of all, I think we're gonna surprise each other first, but and then later we'll think of surprising the field. But from what I know, Adela is now currently focusing on playing in the States, mostly gender doubles and mixed doubles. So I think she will be the part of our team that is much more experienced in that field, and I am willing to see what type of maybe American type of play she can bring into the European pickleball doubles. We'll see if it has something else maybe to offer than what we tend to see.
Yeah, that's a really exciting pairing and something I'm looking forward to watching this weekend. Ignasi, from the outside looking in, which women's pairing strikes you as having the perfect balance of skill and synchronicity?
It's tough to say because there is a lot of couples that they're splitting or not coming from the previous events, so can't really throw at that many names, that many couples, especially because there is many new couples coming from the States that I really haven't ever seen. But I really like how Carolina from Poland plays that doubles, especially pairing up with Caroline. I know they're not here and they don't have the chance to take the win in this tournament. So can't really get that far from here.
Yeah, no, fantastic. And Magnus, if I can just come to you, sorry, you were taking pictures, selfies, an opportunity to take a selfie, Magnus, was it?
Just doing social media here.
Good man, good man. Well, Magnus, I know you're busy in the background with the technical side, but are there any women's doubles pairings that stand out to you for peaking at the right moment coming into this weekend?
I think I better leave that question to the players here. They have a lot better knowledge about those players with the new pairings. It's, so much changes from day to day. So for me, it's actually tough to keep up.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Well, let's get some predictions for the Women's Championship then. Sabrina, I'm going to come to you first. I know that you're likely to be in the final with Maria, but who's going to be in that final with you?
Well, of course, I would like to be at the final. And well, there are a lot of hard couples. Lauca Carvajal is playing, also Brooke Revuelta, Catherine Stewart, also from Poland, Katerina and Carolina. Well, I can say a couple again. Maybe Glauca Carvajal and Carolina and Caroline.
Fantastic. Thanks for putting those names for us, Sabrina. Marta, you'll be the third team in the final, I'm sure. So who else are you defeating in the latter stages competition? Who's your biggest competitor, your biggest rival, do you think?
Well, definitely Duper Wise. It's going to be Katerina Stewart and Brooke Revuelta, I think. But again, I am really rooting for Molly and Carolina. I am sure that they form a very good, very matching, like energy-wise also team. And well, but I would really love to see Claudia. She's teaming with Sara Shumilas, I think. So Claudia, coming from the table tennis background, her volleys are amazing. So I would love to see her perform well as well.
Yeah, she has an awesome roll, that flick
Definitely.
with the wrist. Ignasi, just one partnership from you, the gold medalists. Don't worry about Marta and Sabrina being in the room. Just tell us, who are the gold medalists? Oh no, we've lost sound again, Ignasi. We've lost the sound. I think that was a deliberate ploy. It's still not there. What a time for Ignasi to lose his volume. Very tactical, I'm sure. Ignasi, we can't hear you, so I'm going to move on to the men's doubles rankings, which you'll be able to see on screen now, featuring number one from Sweden, Ari Darling, which is great for him, ultra consistent. There's two French players in the top five as well. Coming at number three, you can see Cyril Pautier. Number five, Theo Platel. Number two, we've got a German player in Felix Grunert. And then Spanish player tied in three, Pep Cañada. So stacked top five, and even from 6 to 10, some of those players are just in great form, including Ignasi at number 7. Question is Ignasi back with us to tell us all about how he feels at being number 7 in the rankings? Ignasi?
I think I am, right? Am I?
You're back. Ignasi, you're number 7. Tell us.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a great surprise also for me. Have to be honest, I have played with very good partners also that helped me out to achieve that position. But in general, like in doubles, I am still learning a lot of new concepts, new things that I have to still automatize. For me, it's a completely whole different sport. The transition from tennis to singles, it's been quite easy. But however, the transition from tennis to doubles, it's been a little bit of a roller coaster. But yeah, really trying to improve every day, learning new concepts, teaming up with different pairs, being able to play in both sides, forehand and backhand, being able to understand when to drop and when to come forward or where to stay. It's a lot of things that I'm still learning, but I think I have a lot of margin, a lot of room to improve still.
Yeah, Ignasi, you're playing with Carlos Perez. How are you going to plan to neutralize teams like Chaudhry and Platel? And what's your playing background and experience like with Carlos? Is that a partnership that's been used to working well together with each other?
Actually, it's completely new. I met Carlos 1 year ago when I played my first tournament in Spanish Open. I think it was in Madrid. And for me, it's an honor. Carlos has been probably one of the pioneers of pickleball in Spain. So I have had several conversations with him, and he's an expert of tactical. So I'm not sure still what position we will play, or maybe I just don't want to say it to give some hints to the rivals, you know. But in general, I think I will really hear and hear what he's saying about tactics and to neutralize players like James, Theo, and the Americans. Probably we really have to think a wise tactic and apply it to perfection to actually be able to compete against these guys. But I'm sure we will do a great job.
Yeah, I'm sure you will do, definitely. I mean, the men's draw is an absolute powder keg. Kanyardal and Jardim, Chaudhry, Platel, Campos and Kabaushnik, Caulfield and Pack. It's a stacked draw. So, Sabrina, as a master tactician yourself in doubles, what do you look for in men's teams that signals that they are championship ready? What can we look out for in men's teams to show us that they're ready for the big time?
Well, I think that I believe that the men's doubles players need to become increasingly offensive and faster at the net. Also, the new rackets can do that, and they should have better forehand and backhand shots, so they don't always have to use the shot to use the soft third shot. So I think that the rallies are sometimes shorter than the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, no, I agree. There's been a fundamental change in the game, and it's very much power pack, that's for sure. Marta, which male team do you feel has the most natural chemistry, and how important is instinct versus game plan in doubles?
So I'll start with the second part of the question, I think. The game plan, amazing thing to have. But at the end of the day, I think it's all about flexibility. How you can adapt as a player and as a team to the opponent team. As well, right now, seeing changing weather conditions, I think those tactics must also include those variables. So it will be really interesting to see how usual teams perform. So I think it's all about flexibility at this point. Instincts also a great thing to have, and will definitely do wonders here, I think, because it will come to a lot of instinct, I think, in Rota. And as for the players with the biggest chemistry, I would definitely look for the Swedish pair, Robin Kubista and Dan Baldin. I think they play most, if not all, of the tournaments together. They already proven to be a great team. They backed it with some medals, and I think they're really strong pairing. Also, Theo and James Chaudhry, I think. Theo has constantly proving that he is very suitable partner. His universal game is suiting many. So I think he and James can afford form a really powerful alliance on the court.
No, I agree, Marta. That is a great partnership. Ignasi, if I can just come back to you, will you have time before Saturday to get on court for some practice before the big day?
With Carlos, you mean?
Yes.
I don't think so, to be honest. I think there is a lot of competition before that, especially tomorrow. There is the team event. I think Carlos is getting here on Friday. And as you probably know, Singles day it gets very long, especially if you have a good run out, a good run there, and you really end quite tired. So when you finish the last round, you really want to take rest, and get a good sleep before another day. So yeah, the question is probably no, we won't have time to practice together, but I'm sure like we will be able to have those picks prior matches and process a good tactic, sorry, that will allow us to compete against the big dogs.
Okay, fantastic. Well, good luck in the Master Cup tomorrow, that team event, Ignasi. I know you're playing as one of the pros there. Sabrina, who's going to win the men's doubles?
Well, I'm going to play with Marcelo Jardim, mixed doubles.
Okay, yeah, straight in. You're not going to give us 4 names this time, just one.
Well, I can bet for me and my partner. Can I do that?
Your mixed doubles partner, right?
Yes.
Name of the love. Good, awesome. Marta, who's going to win the men's doubles?
I will go for Theo and James.
You're going for Theo and James. Theo Catella, France, and James Chowdhury of the UK. Ignasi, who are your biggest challengers?
Well, I think we didn't really mention it, but Mauro and Brandon has a strong chance to make it to the finals. I think they're a very strong couple. I'm not sure if they have played together too much, but as you probably know, when two good players they get together on court, they're like a very threatening team to beat, actually.
Yeah, no, I agree. Magnus, are you going to offer a prediction there in the background or not? No, Magnus is not offering a prediction. He's just shaking his head. He's not even talking to me anymore. So let's move on because we wrap up on Sunday, on June the 8th, with the mixed doubles. Again, let's just take a quick look at the rankings because here there's a slight change and it's Bartosz Kabaushnik, who is the highest ranked player in mixed doubles, followed by Alma Lentorp, Pep Kanyardal, Theo Platal, Caroline and Felix in at 5. And it works all the way down. Pia Linda Anda, who was a friend of the show earlier on in the year, at number 8 there. So the mixed doubles, a fitting finale. And all of you here, apart from Magnus, of course, will be competing. So, Sabrina, who's your partner? Like we need to ask. But tell us who your partner is and what are your strengths as a mixed team.
Okay, I thought that you were asking me before about my mixed partner.
We're asking you now.
Well, my mixed partner is Marcelo Jardim.
Of course, of course. What an absolute fantastic partnership. What are your strengths as a partnership, Sabrina?
Well, I think that I can give to my partner consistency and also I think that I have a good backhand volley. So I need to my partner to be brave and a team leader.
Fantastic. Marta, how do you shift your mindset for mixed compared to women's doubles? And how does your partner, Ruiz Matias, complement your game?
Well, this will be our first time playing together, so it's hard to say in advance. But definitely what I will have to switch is the side because I usually team up with a lefty, Mikołaj Biderman. So I usually cover the left side of the court. Now that it's different and I'll, well, from what I assume, will cover the right side of the court, this will be challenging from that perspective. But for the very first time, because that doesn't happen often, I will be cross-court dinking with the girls. So maybe, finally, this will get easier.
And Marta, in women's doubles, which side do you tend to favour in women's doubles?
Backhand. It's
backhand side as
in
well.
my heart.
So it's all about the
Yeah.
forehand test in mixed doubles for you this weekend, Marta.
Definitely. We'll see. We'll see. I will not spoil anything to my opponents. I've been working on my forehand.
And Ignasi, you've played both formats at a high level. What makes mixed doubles uniquely challenging and rewarding? And have you managed to get any prep time in with your partner, Maria?
Actually, it's a little bit tricky because I really haven't really played mixed doubles. I think I played once or twice in my life, so haven't really still understand the game. It's true that I have watched my friends and mates playing, so I have a first touch of what I have to do. I know man plays a big role in the left side, trying to take as much court as possible. And we'll for us really it's like a one first experience, so we have no expectations, especially with such a strong tournament like Rota. There is over 44, I think 44 couples, around 40 teams, and I just checked the names and 25 are super strong, so we don't really we're coming here without expectations. And regarding the practicing time, Mireia, it's new. It's the first tournament he's playing in RTA. I think she has a pretty strong option to have a deep run in singles, but still learning a lot of concepts from the mixed doubles. So we are looking for having a very good first experience, and of course we will try to get some wins and challenge the best teams.
Well, in action this weekend are two of my favourite players when they pair up for mixed doubles, Peter Hitchman and Molly Nags. Are they a threat to all three of you? Ignasi, are they a threat to you?
Oh yeah, of course. I think coming from where we are right now, everyone in this tournament is a threat. So definitely.
And Marta, you will know Molly really well. Have you played against Peter Hitchman before?
Never. So that would come as a surprise. Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely going to come as a surprise, that's for sure. Peter Hitchman, a lot of fun on court. Sabrina, have you had the pleasure of playing against Peter Hitchman and Molly Nags?
No, I play against Molly, but for sure they are a good team. So it's going to be really hard.
Good. Very good. Right. So we know that you're all likely to medal, but we want to know who your biggest competitors are. Give me a team to watch on Sunday in the grand finale. Sabrina, we'll start with you. Who's the danger to you and Marcelo?
Well, I would say Molly and Peter can be a surprise in this tournament.
Fantastic. Ignasi, who's the danger? I know you said everybody, but pinpoint it down to one pairing for us.
Yeah, definitely. Probably a good. It's very hard to pick actually, but to just not say the players that we all know. I think Yuri's playing with Yuri Siromotolov is playing with a great partner from the States, and even though probably Yuri has not that much experience playing doubles, he's a very big guy that can cover a lot of part of the court, and if he's teaming with such a good player from the state, I'm sure they will have a quite a strong chance to make it. I don't know if to the finals, but to make a good run.
Yeah, fantastic. And Marta, just finally from you, who are the biggest dangers to you receiving the top 1,000 ranking points on Sunday?
I think the couple, the team that everyone should watch out for is William Sobek and Victoria Kanihova.
Okay.
And again, I would love to see Pep and Claudia performing well. They proved to be a great team, so again, they have pretty good chances.
No, I agree. And that is pretty much that. It was slow at the start. Ignasi was in and out faster than a man from the baseline to the kitchen line. Sabrina was loud, then she was quiet, very much like winning and defeat. But we've made it towards the end. So a huge thank you to all of our guests, Sabrina, Marta, Ignasi, and of course, Magnus with the technical direction there. It's been great to have you on, your insight, your energy, your knowledge, and your expertise. So thanks to all three of you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nick.
And we wish you the best of luck this weekend. May the pickleball gods smile on all of you. We also extend our gratitude to tournament director Ernesto Velázquez for hosting another incredible event in Rota. And of course, thanks to RTA and our sponsors, Pro Pickleball, for making it all happen. Finally, thanks to you, the fans, for joining us on our preview series journey. We'll see you again in July for the Top Pickleball Open in Stuttgart. Until then, enjoy the Reballution Cup and keep your eyes on the road to Aalborg, because this weekend in Rota, Spain, it is showtime. But good night from me, Nick Hobbis. We'll see you all again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.